Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
Good morning, everybody. We have an expert on medical help for everybody. Dr. MOSHIN Jaffer is someone who you've heard before. He is the founder of Senior Medical Associates, and we always love talking to you, Dr. Jaffer, because you're one of the kinder physicians in my whole school of physicians. So I don't know, did your mom make you that way?
Thank you. Good afternoon to all your listeners. Yes, it's a pleasure talking to you, ANITA, and I want to compliment what you do for the seniors. It's a very vital part of our society. They are the greatest generation there was. They worked hard, and today they need attention and care as they're aging. And what you do, and with your information and your lectures that you organize, makes them age better with vitality and wellness.
Thank you very much, but it really requires doctors like you and your team, because there are so many questions that they ask. I just kind of start with the tip of the iceberg, and then they need people who care about them. For instance, someone said to me, "When did you have your last colonoscopy?" And I said, "Oh, probably when I was about 55, but I've had something else instead of the whole, because there were no polyps. They said all I needed to do was to take those other, what is it called, colorectal? It's something that you use and you
True.
don't. What is that called?
Yeah, the Cologuard.
Yes.
The recommendations change according to what they find the first time, which you should do anytime after age 50. And then subsequently, if there's nothing found, you do another one in 10 years, or you do other tests. You check your poopy, make sure there is no cancer cells or blood, and you can do a colonoscopy 5 or 10 years later, depending on what they found the first time.
So if they didn't
the whole
find
idea
anything,
is surveillance.
So I
Yes.
see surveillance. That's right, and you're very big on surveillance, aren't you?
It is the essential part of our medicine. You see, we have to move away from sickness care to wellness care. So to keep our population well, we have to constantly survey and look for things and nip them in the bud. A stitch in time saves 9. So it's very essential that the patient himself or herself is aware why I should get a colonoscopy done, why I should get a mammogram done, why I should look after my blood pressure and my cholesterol and my blood sugar. And all these measures pay off very, very handsomely. These in very, very easy to do efforts pay off with wellness long down the road.
I appreciate what you just said. Now, one problem I find is women are more apt to do that, but what's the problem with men? They seem not to want to go to the doctor.
We are macho, and we don't like going to doctors, and we don't like people telling us what to do. And many doctors are scared that the doctor will stick a finger, where, and things like that. But all these are, if they embrace them as an essential, like in our office, and by Medicare recommendation, we make sure we see them every 3 months, because it's all about prevention, making sure they're taking their medications, make sure the parameters we ask them to do, make sure they're exercising, they're taking good care of their body, they're walking those 10,000 steps, they're eating right. And it's a relationship. That's why in our offices, we insist that the doctor-patient relationship is paramount. That is really the essence of wellness for seniors. You have your doctor as your quarterback. You are the captain of the ship. We tell our patients, you're the captain of the ship. You even own the ship. But all captains need a navigator. So you ask the doctor to be your navigator and guide you through this passageway of life where you stay healthy and don't have crashes.
Excellent advice. Now, it wasn't always that way, was it? It used to be you went to the doctor, whatever he said or she said, you did it. But now people come to you with lots of questions, don't they?
Yes. In the olden days, you went to a doctor because you had a problem, he or she fixed it, and you never went again until the next crisis. And then you found out you were very sick or you have a very bad problem. It's a little too late. So the essence of wellness care has come in. Number 2, the the doctor-patient relationship is very important, so the compliance takes in. You see, many times the doctor makes the right decision and gives the right medicine, but they don't have a good outcome because the patient didn't take the medicine or didn't take it the way it was instructed. So this is the breakdown in the relationship of the patient-doctor relationship. If there is a robust relationship where there is trust generated, where the patient believes and trusts the doctor to give the right medicine. Also, we insist the patients to question, why do you want me to take this medicine? What if I don't take this medicine? What are the side effects? You see, if the patient is aware, why is it important to take the medicine? For example, I'll give you blood pressure. Blood pressure is a silent disease. You don't even know you have high blood pressure until somebody measures your blood pressure. And then your doctor says, take medicine. And you say, why would I take poison? Well, I don't have any symptoms. But the doctor has to sit you down and explain to you that, look, high blood pressure happens. We don't know why. But when it happens, you must take your medicines. Otherwise, 10, 15 years down the road, you'll get a heart attack, you'll get stroke, your kidney failure, and so many different problems that are too late to fix. So this is a stitch-in-time situation. Please take it now. And the patient will only take this because he or she is convinced by her doctor that this is the right course of action. You must have the patient's buy-in.
Yes, I was just going to say that trust is everything. And it's in with everything, whether you have a financial planner or whatever. You have to have trust. And obviously, people will trust you because you've been doing this a long time. You have a huge patient base. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the beautiful doctors that you have. It's shown in your advertising. And I know that there's a Dr. Aiken and a Dr. Suarez and Dr. Brown, and, of course, you with your beautiful face. And then you have Dr. Mora. And how do you pronounce Maria's last name? Hymas?
Hymas, yes.
Hymas. And so you have quite a staff there, and I know you're in so many locations. For people listening, I am actually talking with Dr. MOSHIN JAFFER, and they're located in Coconut Creek, Coral Springs, Deerfield Beach, Hollywood, Pembroke Pines, Plantation, Oakland Park, Sunrise, Tamarack, Weston. They speak English, Spanish, Patois, Guarati. How do you pronounce Gujarati? What is that? Is that Indian?
We believe that we should have, we are well spread out strategically all over Broward County so that we can provide all our Broward County patients. We wanted to make sure, because all insurance companies have different plans for different counties. We wanted to be the experts for Broward County. We wanted to make sure we have our situation and a facility where they can come and attend and be taken care of and easy to come by. So this has generated, and also our staff are trained to be that quarterback for our patients. And that's why we encourage our patients or potential patients to just come and visit us for a meet and greet. Just come to our office, meet the doctor, meet the staff. We don't have those windows where you can't enter. Our waiting rooms are open places.
Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness.
They can talk to the staff. Our phones don't have answering machines. You have a live voice. Those are things that seniors like. They want to talk to somebody, and they want to have a relationship with the front desk. We tell our front desk staff that you're the most important people. You're the connection with our patients. Patients sometimes just call up the staff and ask for their problems to be solved. And sometimes they just walk in and talk to the doctor because they have an issue. We feel at any time a patient should feel so comfortable about this relationship, they can come into our office and get the answer.
I love that. I know that's true. I have been to your office before, and it's almost like an activity center. It's very lovely. So the other question I have, though, is if someone is sick on the weekend, can they get a doctor on the phone, or do they have to go to one
Absolutely.
Huh.
We have our doctors on call 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Huh.
And they call us, and we can really avoid a lot of catastrophes and a lot of problems by giving them good guidance. Because about 80-90% of emergency room visits could have been avoided if the patient had called their doctor early enough. and had advice and the right guidance. So we can avoid and save our patients a lot of trouble and heartache after the fact by them calling us and letting us know what we can help them with. And this is just good medicine, that's all.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing that I live up in the Boynton Beach area, and I started with a new physician, and because I really didn't have, my physician was no longer there, so I started with a new physician, and I have to tell you that I asked her about the weekend. She said, no, you just have to, we can't help you on the weekend. And I thought, oh, really? So, see, they tell you to go to one of these quick centers, and I'm probably going to change. I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, you want to have your records accessible to the doctor on the call, so your records are available. They know all about you just by looking at your records and can recommend a medication or anything according to your allergies, according to your medication list, so there is no interaction and there is no adverse effect. Because I tell my patients, medicines are very useful, but they are also poisons. They do good. They're like a double-edged sword. It does good, but also can do a lot of harm. So your doctor should be aware about you, your condition, what you take, what your body doesn't like, and what you are taking as medication, so that what they will give you is in harmony with your system.
Dr. Jaffer, your words are magical, and I'm not just telling you that because I like to compliment people. I've been doing this work for so many years and being a gerontologist, and I can't tell you how few physicians talk like you do. It's so beautiful to speak with you and to have people call you. I'm going to give a phone number because I really want people to get in touch with you. I mean, they have to definitely go to your Senior Medical Associates organization. So everybody, get your pencils out. Remember, this is Pencil Talk Radio. We talk, but you have to write things down. 954-659-9690. Again, I'm repeating it. 954-659-9690. If you want to get onto their website, it's seniormedicalassociates.net. You will be so thrilled. This is the founder. This is the doctor who decided he wanted to have a big practice. You didn't start with a big practice, did you? It was you, and then you built it, right?
Indeed. And see, for your patients, when they change a doctor, it's a leap of faith because, for them, medicine and health is very important as you get older. So we invite our patients to come in and have a talk with the doctor, talk with the staff, get to know the facility, and be comfortable and get advice on their medical situation, and then they can choose our doctor. So there's no compulsion, but you at least feel comfortable and the person who I'm going to be seeing as a doctor, who is he or she, what is their philosophy, and how is the chemistry in the office. Because it's all about relationships.
Yes, definitely relationships. You said something about blood pressure. And that is so smart. There are so many people that don't know their blood pressure. And, of course, sometimes people are in stress and maybe it's high, but that's something that should be done automatically. I mean, I take my blood pressure every single day because I am on some blood pressure medication. I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing and I'm watching my salt. But I'm very much I'm a strict person when it comes to something. If I'm going to take medicine, as you said, I want to do it the right way. But so many people have no idea what their blood pressure is.
No. Actually, Anita, I must tell you a very sad fact. America is one of the greatest nations in the world. We have one of the best medical systems. But our success with high blood pressure or diabetes is only 60%. 40% of our patients don't even know they have high blood pressure, or they're taking medicines, but they're not getting to the end point. You take medicines until you bring your pressure down. Because if you're not bringing it down, you're not achieving the results. And unfortunately, not all our patients are as astute as you are. So it's a very good idea to have your own blood pressure machine that you take to your doctor and make sure it's well calibrated and it does a good job and you're taking your blood pressure right so that your readings are believable and are credible. and the patient becomes a self-motivated caretaker of herself. This is the best patient.
Yes, and there are other things. I know I haven't ever sat down at your breakfast table or your lunch or dinner table, but I am sure that you're into a lot of holistic eating. So, for instance, I know with high blood pressure, I want to take flax seeds and garlic and lots of things. When people come to you and your other physicians, do you also give them certain kind of diets and foods that will help them that are natural?
Absolutely. You hit a very strong word, natural. You see, we have only learned how to farm for 10,000 years. Before that, we were hunters and gatherers. And our body genetics is a carryover from millions of years of evolution. So we are still hunters and gatherers at the basic makeup of our body. And our body still functions in that same way. So we have formed, we learned farming, we have domestic animals, and we grow all these grains. But we went even further. The grains were whole and natural, but now we purified them and made them only white. We took off the bran and the chaff. So we are eating more and more processed food. So I tell all my patients, look, eat as natural as possible. Mother Nature made you, and she has made all the foods around you. Forage wide and have great variety of food. If you go to Publix or Winn-Dixie or any Whole Foods or the grocery store, look at the variety of fruits and vegetables available. You should be eating all of them. Look at all the spices, like you mentioned, ginger, turmeric, all these spices, garlic, are such good antioxidant elements in our life. They also fight cancer. They fight a lot of diseases. You are what you eat. So we eat processed food and a very few very unhealthy meals. We expand our repertoire of our meals. And we have to now become much more exploratory. Like, for example, you like spicy food, you can eat Chinese or Indian, put more Cajun, eat more spices in your food. Eat more variety, vegetables, learn to cook them differently. And when you go to a restaurant, even if you go to McDonald's, you can order a salad and you can order foods with less fat in it. So no matter where you go, you have an opportunity to eat healthy versus unhealthy. Choose the right thing.
Yes, and if you do have high blood pressure, you have to be very careful about the amount of salt. I used to love Chinese food. I do, but I rarely eat it. I make my own with certain vegetables now because it's loaded with salt.
It is. But you can tell the restaurant, look, I have high blood pressure. Please go easy on the salt.
Huh.
And you're right. We take much too much salt in America. And unfortunately, it's not necessary for us to take so much salt. It puts so much stress on your blood system and your kidneys.
One thing you talked about was turmeric. That's my favorite spice, turmeric and cinnamon.
Oh, that's you hit the nail on the head. As we get older, we get a lot of arthritis, and turmeric and cinnamon and garlic and ginger help a lot with our arthritis.
Makes things taste better too. It's funny, I have oatmeal in the morning and I don't put anything else but cinnamon on it. And I had a guest and she put just sugar on and she put milk on it. And I said, why don't you try cinnamon and you'll get a good supply. So she does it now, but it does take someone, to help. But there are great books out there that if you read them, you can learn about it. But let's get back to medicine and of course, eating is medicine, as you said. But let's just go back to the medical, the pharmaceuticals. So let's say you have started someone on medicine. Do you ever get them off?
Oh, yes. We do. We do give drug holidays.
Drug holidays.
Many times it'll be very fascinating when you get a new patient, especially, we tell her to bring all her medications. And then we start reviewing each medication. And lo and behold, invariably, I'll find one or two medicines that they are taking. They don't know why, and it makes no sense. Sometimes they're taking duplicates by different names, same action of the drug, but two different names.
Huh.
And so many times patients are taking medicine, I don't know. So I tell my patients that is not an acceptable answer. You should never know, you should always know what you are taking, why you are taking, what is the right dosage, and the side effects. That is your duty as a consumer to know what your medicine is doing for you and why you're taking it. And also another important thing, what is the best time to take it and whether to take it on an empty stomach or a full stomach.
So when is the best time to take medication if it doesn't say so?
You see, depending on what you're treating, and then you've got two good times, I feel. Is morning when you just wake up, you brush your teeth, you take your medicine, or at night after you brush your teeth, just before you go to bed, you take your medication. These are two good times. So I even tell my patients to have those little boxes, you can buy in any of the pharmacy stores, and you can put your Monday to Sunday medications, so you know you took today's medication. So that's a good way to remind you. So many times people say, did I take my medicines? You just look at your box. Oh, today is Wednesday. Did I take my Monday morning medicine or not? You see? So that gives you regularity and compliance.
That's
and
excellent.
These two are good times. Yeah.
Yes, that's very true. I don't have a little box. After I take it, I turn my little my vial upside down. But there are times that I didn't turn it, and I'm not sure. And rather than take it twice, I don't take it that time then.
Okay.
Because
You're right. Timing and compliance is a very big factor because you can't have your blood pressure only controlled sometimes and sometimes not. Or your diabetes, sugar going up and down and yo-yoing, which is not good for your body. See, these are all long-term side effects of these diseases. You want to have constant control of your blood pressure or your sugar or your cholesterol.
I love talking to you because you're so natural and you say all the things that I tell people too. But this is Dr. MOSHIN JAFFER, and he's the doctor and the founder of Senior Medical Associates. And it is an outstanding practice. I have always been amazed at it with the fine physicians. But more than that, as he said, when you walk in, it is like almost a clubhouse. You walk in and you don't even know that it's a physician's office. They always have coffee, food, things around for you. I'll never forget it. I've never seen it before in any other practice, and I'm so glad that we're working together because I've really admired you so much. Let me give you everyone a phone number again. Remember, it's Pencil Talk Radio, so it's 954-659-9690. 659-9690, or go on the web, seniormedicalassociates.net. You should know that this show will also be on YouTube, and if you want to tell your friends about Dr. Jaffer, all you have to do is just go to the ANITA FINLEY YouTube, and you'll be able to hear him, and he's very attractive, and he's very, very nice, and so you're going to really enjoy this. So, Dr. Jaffer, in the time that we have left, I'd like to also cover, we haven't actually talked about diabetes. I have someone who's had late diabetes. He wasn't born with this. And he started walking. I think he was walking 4 miles a day. And he actually he stopped having diabetes. Isn't that amazing?
Hallelujah. This man made me very happy. You see, the beauty is sugar metabolism is a very interesting way of handling energy. And glucose is a very important factor of energy in our body, and we need glucose. But how your body handles it, sometimes it fails. That's why you get diabetes. But if your muscles use the sugar up by exercising like this gentleman did, he cured himself. You see, also your body functions better. Your digestion is better. Your handling of your sugar is better with physical activity. We were never meant to sit. The chair is the worst invention. We were meant to be moving from dawn to dusk. I told you we were made long time ago. We only have farming 10,000 years ago. We didn't have Publix and Winn-Dixie in those days. So from morning to night, what was your job? You were looking for food. You were hunting or gathering. And at night, you got tired, you slept, and you woke up at dawn. So you were moving whole day long. But now we've got sedentary jobs, we've got TV, we sit, we've got elevators, we've got remote control. and we have become a very sedentary nation. And that has helped the scourge of diabetes to grow so exponentially. So those people who start moving is the best prevention of diabetes. And if you've got diabetes, it will help you control it so much better.
So
keep moving.
That's wonderful advice. You should know, and you can't see this because you're calling in on a telephone. I am standing for this whole interview.
You make me very happy.
Right.
That's very good.
I am standing.
Indeed.
Yes, that's right. Now, I have 3 more interviews, and I'll be able to sit a little bit, but I agree with you. I have been sitting too much with my computer also, and I've got to stop that. I actually have a sit-stand desk that I had for 4 years. But
Nice.
but it's all very easy to sit down.
Yes. And, seniors, I tell them, find opportunities. Like, we're going to Publix, park your car far. You're inside Publix, do a few rounds extra. You go and visit a friend. She lives on the 4th floor. Don't use the elevator. Use the stairs. You see, find opportunity. You're sitting down watching TV. When you want to, there's a commercial, just get up and do a round in your house and come and sit down.
Well,
So many things you can do where you have your blood rushing around, because the best doctor you have is you. But
Right.
who does the work for you? It's your blood. The more it rushes around, it heals you, fixes you, and rejuvenates you. Get that blood moving. Don't let it stagnate.
well, you've got my blood moving, and we're going to have to stop, but I'm going to get you back on again, and I do want to come and visit with you. I haven't seen you for a while, and just being there near you will get me all pepped up. So thank you so much, Dr. Jaffer, and hopefully we're going to see you at the expo.
Certainly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr.
It's been a
Jaffer.
pleasure.
My blood's moving. Bye.